Hi, I'm Eddie. I'm the founder of the YouTube Barber Academy with over 130,000 subscribers. I got 20 years behind the chair and 10 as a barber instructor. I began working with Gamma and Stylecraft a while back because they actually listen to barbers and stylists, and they design products to help push our industry forward. And by the end of this video, you're gonna know everything there is to know about the Boosted, the Rebel, and the Skin Clipper. So let's meet the award-winning, best-selling Boosted and Rebel clippers. They're both high-quality professional-grade clippers. Largely, they're actually the same, but there are a couple differences, and I just want to point them out. Everything you get in the box is the same. However, the blade you'll get on the Boosted clipper is our fade blade, which is great for removing those harsh skin lines and getting down to nothing and very close to your trimmer. Whereas the Rebel actually comes with our Vapor blade, which is kind of like a fusion between the fade blade and the taper blade, and it gives you a little bit more forgiveness, yet it can too also remove those harsh lines and blend out some of those dark spots. So one of the other key differences, they all have their own unique lids, and you can kind of style them out, and the charging cases and sort of like the lights are in like different spots. So you're gonna have different lids for the Gamma Plus and some different lids for the Rebel. Essentially, that's pretty much it. In the rest of this video, these are gonna be like largely the same. And we're gonna talk about the Skin Clipper, but it too also has the ability to switch out some of the lids. That's the only one that's a little bit different, but we're gonna get to that in a second. So all three of these clippers, the Rebel, the Skin Clipper, and the Boost, they all have 3 hours of runtime. You can plug it in direct to charge it. They come with a stand, or you can use the micro USB charging option, which is kind of something I really prefer. And if you wanted to, you could literally use one cord plugged in on our station, because we know station space is limited, and I could charge all 3 of these if I want, and also many other tools in the line of Stylecraft or Gamma. So one of the greatest things I think is if you're kind of like traveling around and you just don't want to carry a whole bunch of chargers, or if you just flat out get confused and you don't know what charger does what after a while, it's really nice to have this micro USB option. So with the case design, you're gonna notice that the Rebel kind of has like a small thumb indentation, and it just feels great, and it kind of gives me like some confidence and control. And it's great whether you're right-handed or you're left-handed. What's nice about this thumb indentation is they made it like wide enough where like if you're right-handed or you're left-handed, it feels comfortable and you don't feel like you're super locked in or you're gonna like drop the clipper. So I feel like it gives me some comfort and just kind of having that feeling there. And some people are gonna prefer kind of like a flat feel. So in that case, you might like the case of the Boost more. So if you are gonna change the lids on any of them, it's the same. You have 3 case screws, you got one here, one here, one here. You take that off, put the next one on, and you're good to go. I just love to like kind of freshen up the look every once in a while. I might cut with one color for a while, and it almost feels like you got a new clipper, and it just kind of makes you feel better about using something that looks a little bit different. The other thing that's great is if you have 2 clippers that are exactly the same but maybe have different blades, you can tell them apart by switching the color lids. I really like doing that as well, because a lot of times I work with like a fade blade and then a taper blade or a Vapor blade. So whatever I'm doing, like if I got 2 that are the same, it's a nice way to tell them apart. I would also like to add that the Skin Clipper and the Boosted lids are actually interchangeable, and quite a few barbers actually like these Skin Clipper lids and they swap them out. So it's personal preference really. And I have a feeling this question might come up is, can the Boosted lids fit on the Rebel? There is a small problem with that because the lights, where the lights are different on the Rebel and the Boosted, and they're a little bit different in color. So you're not gonna be able to switch these 2 out. However, there are separate lids you can buy for the Rebel, and my personal favorite Rebel additional lid is that radioactive lid. It's green and it just kind of speaks to me. So it's one of my personal favorite lids. So all 3 of these clippers have the same great motor. This is the Super Torque rotary motor, and this motor just cuts through hair like butter. Whether it's wet, dry, caked full of gel, it's gonna be easy for a barber or stylist just to cut right through. And it's really my favorite clipper to use for like clipper over comb or heavy bulk removal. You're gonna notice that it's very predictable when you're cutting, and it makes it very easy to blend with. And there's a reason why it's one of the best selling clippers on the market. Now this power does have a small trade-off, and it's got a little bit higher noise than some of the other clippers in the line. You're gonna notice this measures between 77 and 74 decibels. And in a loud shop, when you're talking with people, you're not really gonna notice it, but in a salon suite, you might. Now, when you move the lever, you're going to notice that it has clicks. Now you can have the click lever and you can have the floating lever. If you don't want it to click, you can take out this pin or you can switch out one of these levers that doesn't have the pin. I personally love the clicks for a couple reasons. And the main reason is it keeps me organized when I'm blending and when I'm working my way through the cut. And the second reason that I really love it is when I'm teaching, I can communicate exactly where I'm at. You're following along. I say go 2 clicks down, 1, 2, you can do it. And you know exactly that both of our clippers are synced. But if for some reason you don't like the clicks, you can take them out pretty easily. You can remove the pin on the lever, or you can switch out to one of the levers that doesn't have a pin, and then you're going to have what we call a floating lever. But if you're like a newer barber, or maybe if you're a stylist that's transitioning over to more barbering, I think it makes a lot of sense to keep the clicks in there so you know where you are and you can stay organized. So let's talk about the blades. The Rebel, as we talked about, it comes with that Vapor blade, which is a mixture between the fade blade and the taper blade. Whereas the Boosted, it comes with the fade blade. And now let's talk about the skin clipper for a second. Actually comes with a special blade that is designed to cut as close as possible and remove bulk quickly. And both clippers come equipped with the slim deep tooth cutting blade. And Stylecraft and Gamma Plus, they engineered it and worked diligently to get these blades right for you. And you're gonna find they cut very smooth and they hardly even get warm due to the double black diamond finish. Now the Vapor blade is a very forgiving blade, and I would refer to this blade as the most versatile blade in our industry. It gives you the forgiveness you get with a taper blade and also the capability to remove those harsh lines and dark spots you get from a fade blade. Now the Boosted comes with the fade blade equipped and also the slim deep tooth cutter, and it's great for all around blending and removing harsh lines. So if you like that classic wall fade blade feel, you're gonna really love this Gamma fade blade. So with the Rebel and the Boosted clipper, both of these clippers come with a lot of stuff in the box, and let's talk about it. They come with a full set of double magnetic guards, including the 0, the 1.5, and you're gonna have a total of 8 guards that have that secure double magnetic feeling. Also, you're gonna get a couple extra screws, you're gonna get some extra levers, you got different lids obviously to style them out. You're gonna have the stand. And one other cool feature is you actually have the stretch bracket and you can switch out the bracket inside. And what that's gonna do is that's gonna allow you to open up your lever to a full number 1, and that's gonna give you a little bit more latitude when you're doing your blends. As far as what they compare to, I would say if you like that classic lightweight feel of the Magic Clip, along with the power of the Wall Senior, which are both fantastic clippers, you're probably going to like the Boosted or the Rebel. They offer 3 hours of battery life, and most other clippers are not even half that. There's stands, USB ports, all the extra stuff in the box. I mean, the value for the Boosted and the Rebel are just through the roof, and that's why they sell out so fast. So if you can get your hands on one of these, even if you have to pre-order it, you're not gonna be disappointed. And literally, they're one of the few clippers that I think that could do it all on the market at this time. The combination of power, precision, and versatility, it makes an essential part of any barber's toolkit. So if you're looking for a clipper that can help take your cutting game to the next level and mows through bulk like none other, be sure to check out the Rebel or Boosted clipper. Now the skin clipper was designed in collaboration with Taylor Cuts, and he's actually on the box. And if you guys don't know who Taylor Cuts is, you guys should go check him out. But this was kind of like his secret weapon. You're gonna notice it comes with no lever. And one of the reasons why is its job essentially is to remove bulk and take some of the wear and tear off of your other tools. The blade cuts super close. This is as close as it gets. It cuts just as close as a trimmer, which means that you're gonna actually leave less work for your electric shaver in that follow-up step. Now, I would rather use this and use the battery life on this, preserving the battery life on both my Rebel or my Boost or whatever other tool you're using. I can use this for clipper over comb. It also comes with some single magnetic guards, or it fits the double magnetic guards. And if somebody wanted like a number 2 on the back and sides, I could put that on. I could do that as well. And if you had all 3 of these machines, you could use the exact same stand, same charging methods. And all around, I think this is just an awesome little handy tool to have. And it's gonna preserve your blade life and your battery life on your other tools, but internally, it's the same as the Boosted or the Rebel. Okay, you guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you learned something, and we're gonna move on to our metal clippers, which include the Apex, the Sabers, and the Mythic. So I'll see you guys over there.